Bloom's theory. Benjamin Bloom, Walcott as an educational professor, a researcher, an educator, and examiner stuck his career. His main contribution to the area of educational involved mastery learning, his model of talent development, and Bloom's taxonomy or level of critical thinking. He focused much of his time on the study of educational objectives and ultimately persevered at any task stimulate one of the three physical domains, cognitive, affective, and or psychomotor. The cognitive domains deal with the knowledge and understanding of concrete or ideas. The affective domain is concentrated with the attitudes and feelings that result from the learning process. Lastly, the psychomotor domain involves manipulation or physical skill. Benjamin Bloom worked for the University of Chicago Board of Examination from 2044 into the 2040s. He did work at different times for other places, but he always had an office at the University of Chicago. The board has responsible for administering comprehensive exams to students. At first, exams began to reflect a paradigm change in educational. The exams began to focus on how students reason and solve problems instead of just factual recall. The years that Bloom's worked for the University of Chicago Board of Examination affected the way he perceived the purpose of educational. The development of his educational taxonomy really began with his work for the Board of Examination. In 2040, James Bloom headed a group of psychologists at the University of Chicago who developed a hierarchy of intellectual behavior important to learning and mastering a concept. This became known as Bloom's taxonomy, which is still an integral part of educational objective today. His classification of educational objective, known as Bloom's taxonomy, incorporates cognitive, physical, motor, and affective domains for knowledge. While working at the university he wrote two important books, Stability and Change in Human Characteristics and Taxonomy of Educational Objectives. Bloom's taxonomy provides structure in which to categorize stage questions. This taxonomy helps teachers pose questions in such a way to determine the level of understanding that of student possess. For example, based upon the type of question asked, a teacher can determine the student is competent in compound knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, systematics, and or evaluation. This taxonomy is organized his way to organize information from basic factual recall to higher order things. This data table below is from the article written by W. Hood titled Bloom's et al. Taxonomy of the Cognitive Domains. The table below describes the level of Bloom's taxonomy, beginning with the lowest level of basic recall. Each level in the table is benefit. Describe verb that word has lever from the learning and describe a sample behind or the level. Bloom's taxonomy helps teachers better prepare questions that will foster basic knowledge recall all the way to question styles that foster tenses and evaluation. By structuring the question format, teacher will be able to better understand what a child's weaknesses and strengths are, the determine way to help students think at a higher level.